Hey there, welcome back to Selena's English. Today, we're tackling a common habit among language learners: translating everything in your head before speaking. While it may feel natural, this actually slows you down. Let's dive into why it's a problem and how to fix it. Picture this. Someone asks, "How was your day?" You pause, thinking about how to translate your words. By the time you're ready to respond, the conversation has already moved on. Translating makes you slow, and it's a huge barrier to fluent speaking. When you translate, you first think in your native language, then translate to English. That's a lot of extra work. Instead, try thinking in English directly. This saves time and helps you speak more naturally and confidently without getting stuck. Start simple. Look at an object, like a tree, and think the word in English, not in your native language. The more you do this, the easier it will be to think directly in English. Small daily habits like this can make a big difference over time. Learning individual words is important, but learning full phrases will help you a lot more. For example, instead of just memorizing the word decision, learn the phrase "make a decision." This way, you won't have to translate each word while speaking. One great way to stop translating is to listen to native speakers. Pay attention to how they say things. For instance, they say "what's up" instead of "what is up." If you copy their phrasing and rhythm, your speech will sound more natural and fluent. Set a timer for 1 minute and speak about your day in English. Don't pause to think or translate. The goal here is to speak without overthinking. The more you do it, the less you'll need to translate, and the easier it will be to express yourself. Think about babies. They don't translate, they simply absorb language. They hear something, then start saying it. If you immerse yourself in English, you can do the same. Listen to English content, repeat what you hear, and soon you'll start thinking in English naturally. Word-for-word translation doesn't always work. For example, in English, you wouldn't say "I have hunger." You'd say "I'm hungry." Focus on understanding full sentences and expressions in English. This helps you sound more natural and prevents awkward translations. To get your brain used to thinking in English, practice every day. Describe your actions in English. "I'm making coffee." "I'm reading a book." The more you speak to yourself in English, the easier it will become to stop translating in your head. Speaking is the best way to stop translating. Try to speak with others in English as often as you can. The more you converse, the faster your brain will start thinking in English. Don't worry if you make mistakes, just keep talking and you'll improve. Immerse yourself in English daily. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, or change your phone's language to English. The more English you hear, the more your brain will get used to it, and you'll naturally start thinking in English instead of translating. Here's a challenge. For 1 day, try to speak and think in English as much as you can. Describe everything around you. Even if it's just to yourself, it might feel difficult at first, but it's a great way to practice thinking in English instead of translating. Don't worry about mistakes, they're normal. Even native speakers make them. The goal is to communicate, not to be perfect. The more you practice, the better you'll get at speaking without overthinking or translating every word in your head. Let's quickly recap. Stop translating in your head. Learn phrases, not just individual words. Copy how native speakers speak. Practice speaking without overthinking. Immerse yourself in English every day. Stick with these tips and you'll start thinking in English more naturally. Thanks for listening. Your challenge for the next 24 hours. Think in English as much as you can. Practice speaking without pausing to translate, and you'll start to see progress. Keep it up, and I'll see you next time.